It's the second video on the YZ400F 1998 that I bought off of Craigslist. Had an engine knock, but it seemed to be, I don't know, after reading a lot of forums, these things are kind of noisy, but it seemed a little too noisy for me as I'm ripping into it and finding a host of problems. All pretty small so far, except this engine noise, which I'm trying to find out. And if anybody wants to tackle doing a cam adjustment or a valve adjustment, it's pretty easy. One tip, what I think you should do is get a nice feeler gauge set. This is probably an advanced auto parts set that I've had for a long time. Let's see if you can read this. See, it's 0.203 millimeter. The problem with this set is I need one with a little more granularity, because it'll jump from 0.52 millimeters to 3 millimeters, 0.3 millimeters. So, I mean, it seems like this is within spec. 0.203 fits in. It should be 0.3 max on the exhaust, and I think it was 0.150 on the intake, and 152 fits in. I think the range is 0.180, if I can recall correctly. I don't have the book in front of me, but these seem like they'd be in spec. I checked intake and exhaust. All 3 valves, or 4 valves, I forget which it is in this. I think there's a 4-valve motor. But just a little tip, you might want to get a better feeler gauge set. So far these are all in spec, and it looks like I'm probably going to be pulling the cylinder head off and the jug, I guess you'd call it, the cylinder bore, to see maybe it's a wrist pin knock. These are known for that, and I'm hoping it's not a connecting rod knock, because then the bottom end's going to have to be split, and I don't want to do that. I don't have the tools, and I don't have the time to do it, but I could do a top end rebuild. So I'm going to pull the carb off because I can't get it to idle, and after I get it running, hopefully the noise goes away. I'll change the oil, and if not, I'm going to pull the engine apart and hope for the best. Hopefully it's just a piston and wrist pin. But I'll make another video if I do decide to pull the engine apart. If anybody wants to tackle these, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy. I mean, I disassembled the back half of the bike in, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. As you can see, this bike is pretty well worn. Ridden hard, put away wet, but I'm going through it piece by piece and fixing everything.